the reality is that, they've increased taxes every single year without a roadmap of what they're going to do or what they're planning to do even next year or the following year, which is very frustrating. I mean, we're here to help. And we want to see a successful school system. We also want to see some accountability and some increase and betterment in student outcomes. And those are the things we're advocating for, and we're going to continue to do it. And if they continue to, if they find a way that we could be supportive, we're happy to do it. Every time that the Board of Ed reaches out, as one of them did a week and a half ago, asking for a meeting, we always say, look, happy to sit down. We've shared with you some suggestions on things we can do. If you have suggestions that we can do or a roadmap forward, we're happy to participate in that conversation. And then generally they don't respond. So it's a little frustrating because I think that as an elected official, their responsibility is to be thoughtful about ways to better the schools, but do it in a way that's fiscally responsible as well. And you could find that balance. We've done that here in Jersey City. It's not easy, but it's possible. And so we're going to continue to push them. And when they make mistakes, we're going to continue to try and help them correct it, but also going to call it out. And I think that's what we've been doing.
So when we're talking about just the municipal level, last year it's about a $1,000 decrease. This year it's about a $1,000 increase. And you've been clear we're breaking even, right? But I actually saw on your Facebook page, on your post today, someone said, isn't that like in 2021 I have an annual gym membership that's free, and then in 2022 you charge me double? What would you say to that?
No, I would say it's actually in 2020 you paid $100. In 2021 we gave you a discount that's accurate to help overall in your finances, and we communicated to you saying this is a one-time situation, and then we've gone back to what the rate was prior. We were very, very clear last year that we were doing this in order to give breathing room and time to the Board of Education so that they could better work out their finances, either last year, this year, or a plan for next year. They've done none of that. And so the scary thing is that they still don't have a plan on what they're looking to do next year. We've suggested things, we've outlined things, we've tried to communicate with them, and that's the frustrating part from my side. That students and the population that you say most need a fair and proficient and fully funded education are the same students that you're squeezing out by making the decisions that they're making. And when you're looking at $33,000 or even $25,000 per student to educate in a largely failing school system, that's a problem, ultimately. The school budget today is close to $1 billion. That includes grants, the same way when I say that the city budget is $700 million, that includes grants as well. So it's apples to apples. Their budget at this point is larger than the county part of the taxes and larger than the city part of the taxes. They're roughly 40% of your overall tax bill. It's larger than both the county and the city. People need to understand what's happening there because it's a school system that educates 32,000 students, right? We have a population of 300,000 people that we're responsible for with fire, with police, with public works, with taxes, with HR, with you name it, anything that goes on in the city government, and we're doing it for less. Just to think about the scale of $1 billion budget. So, look, it's frustrating, but the hope is that they either adopt some of the change that we've suggested, or they figure out themselves what the route forward is that is responsible and solves the balance between providing a good classroom education for students and at the same time being responsible to the taxpayers.
You remember a year ago, you, myself, and other local press out at Hudson Media Group were talking about something along these lines. You said that you would like to see a situation where the school board elections are in April so that the taxpayers have the opportunity to vote on the budget.
I still believe that that is the best outcome. I think that, when we moved it to November, it was a mistake. We thought you would get increased voter turnout and ultimately increased accountability because you have increased voter turnout. Nobody would have foreshadowed that you would have had a Board of Ed today that makes these types of decisions with no accountability over their budget. Moving into April would change that, would give the voters an opportunity to decide that, and I think it's really important.